Let's spend some more time talking about number 4 from the quiz. How did you determine how much time Mrs. Soraka spends altogether on her evening meal? Say your answer out loud. That's right. I heard many of you share that we could add all the times together to figure out the total time she spent. Many of you used expanded notation to do this addition. How long did it take her? What is 30 plus 15 plus 10? Yes, it's 55 minutes. Nice work. Now I have a challenge for you. Think back to the work that we've done using a number line to add and subtract. If Mrs. Soraka started cooking at 8 o'clock, how could we figure out what time she would finish using a number line? Think carefully and share your answers out loud. If she started cooking at 8 o'clock, how can we figure out what time she finishes using a number line? I heard friends say we could start our number line at 8 o'clock because that's when she started preparing. I also heard friends say we could jump forward 55 hops to represent the 55 minutes that she spent altogether on her evening meal. That would tell us what time she finished. How could we make those hops efficiently? Say your answers out loud. That's right. I heard friends say we can make 5 jumps of 10 and then 1 jump of 5. Let's try that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5. All those jumps together equal 55. What else can we label on our number line? That's right, we can label our end time. If she started at 8 o'clock and spent 55 minutes, what time did she end? That's right, she finished at 8:55. When we use number lines to solve problems about time, we always need to make sure that in addition to labeling our jumps, we are clearly labeling our start and our end time. Tomorrow, we'll be using our measurements of how much time passes to answer questions using a clock. Let's keep this thinking in mind for tomorrow.